Today we will be assembling our explosion book. So for supplies, you are going to need your two covers that you covered with that origami paper last class. You are going to need your glue stick, and then 3 of your black construction paper squares that I sent home with you. Now, we are going to begin by folding these squares, and we're going to do them all the same way. So I'm going to show you here with the first one what you're going to be doing. So you're going to fold this in half like a rectangle, and you want these folds to be very well creased. So make sure you're creasing your folds really well. You're going to unfold it and then fold it this way so that all of your folds go in. You don't want to flip it and then fold it. You want to just open it back up and fold it in half the other way here, making sure that your creases are very well done. Okay, I'm going to unfold it now, and now I have 2 positions here. I have what's kind of called a valley position. So all of my folds kind of go down into the valley, or I have this kind of mountain position where all of my folds kind of come up to the peak of the mountain. Okay, I want my paper to be in the peak of the mountain kind of way here. So all of my folds are kind of go up to this peak. And I'm going to do a diagonal fold. So I'm going to match corner to corner here, and I'm going to be making a triangle, and again making a very good crease here. And now if I do this carefully, if I open this back up and kind of flip it this way, it'll kind of pop like that, and then it folds in to a square like so. Okay, so you are going to do that step with your other 2 papers. So all 3 of your papers should be folded the same exact way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that now. Okay, now that I have my 3 pieces all folded into those small triangles, I have them all kind of facing me so that they're opening up towards me. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these like so, so that the square, the flat square there, is on its side, and the 2 flat squares are facing each other. Okay, I have those all sitting like so, and now I'm going to take this middle one and I'm going to flip it so that it is now facing away from me. So I have 2 that are opening up for me to me on either side, and 1 that is facing away from me. Now if I overlap these 2 here, it's going to start to kind of look like a book. Okay, if I kind of overlap those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap those, and I'm going to glue those in place. So how I am going to do that is I'm going to take this middle one and my glue stick here, and I am just going to glue the inside of that square there, the one that is not folded in half, so it is a complete square, not a triangle side. And I'm going to take that inside and I'm going to overlap those insides, getting those placed very well here. And I am going to press those. Okay, so I have my 2 here. This one is facing towards me, this one is facing away from me. This one here is facing towards me, and I am just going to be overlapping those here. So again, I'm going to take my glue stick, open this up so it's at the inside square here, and I am going to be gluing this whole inside square, and then placing those together and just holding those for a little while so that my glue is nice and dry. Then at this point you want to make sure that you have the explosion and squash part down with the book. Okay, if this isn't right, your book's not going to turn out right, because the only thing we have left to do is to mount it on our front and back cover. Okay, so what I am going to do here is I am going to glue this top square, getting glue all on this side, and then placing it right in the middle of this cover. And I'm going to press down here. And then I'm going to glue this other cover on, getting this all glued really well here. And then putting this on top. Now, I don't necessarily want to make sure that it's centered here. What I really want to make sure is that this top cover is even with this bottom cover, because if those aren't even, when you go to close it, it is not going to look very professional. So you just want to make sure that those are lined up really well here. And then I'm going to take a textbook and I am just going to press this so that that stays really well glued. We will go over what we will be doing for the inside pages of this next class.